smoke a pot and go serious, please? Dude, how can I be serious about these games if they're played in the fashion that they are being played? Let's be real, mate. Let's be real. We have a different color for Happa. We're gonna make him under this game. Thank you very much for watching. Almost 300 people. Well, actually, we have a little bit more than 300 people. Thank you very much. Damn, son. Yo, Perry, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. I Train Human. And all the other guys who are watching. We have Happy now on the left-hand side here of Echo Eyed spawning in the red color this time. The Russian undead player on the other side. Sock, it still is the guy who just tried to make a good use of the Beastmaster there on Charter Rock and is now spawning in the blue color here on the right-hand side of Echo Isles. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what kind of a strategy he got to play on this map. Maybe it might be a Mountain King expansion. Maybe we're gonna see that Archmage Forest expansion that we've just seen against Crave. But Crave, of course, was a different kind of style, a different kind of level of play. I don't really think that the level of play that we have seen so far is the highest, if any close to it. On the other hand, we've seen a Happy chasing his opponent all over the map and winning that in a super convincing fashion. So I think like Happy is in a really, really good shape right now. Seems like he really knows what he's doing, and also his micro is on point almost 100% of the times. Like, I've barely seen any micro mistakes coming out of this guy, and he was already famous for his outstanding micro back in the day when he was like really like top-notch Warcraft, when everybody was still competing for the big check prize money. And yeah, he used to be one of the best, and he just returned, and with some practice he returned and claimed the title probably as the best undead player in Europe for now. And maybe even the second best undead player in the world, but I don't want to give titles away that easy, so as long as he's not proving that one in tournaments, where does it really matter? On the other hand, Sock is deciding to start a little bit differently than he started on Last Refuge against Crave. He's going for a green camp before he actually decides what he wants to do, either expand or go for the mercenary camp and delay his expansion any further. DK is making it on the other way of the map. Rod of Necromancy being bought. We have a graveyard being constructed. Frost Tower being upgraded fairly early in the game. Water Elemental being denied. A coil on the Archmage already. Claws of Attack +6 on the Archmage takes quite some damage. Already lost 130 HP. There's no Arcane Tower that can take care of that Archmage. But there is a space that you can use to get inside his main base, which is great. But the Peasant is blocking him. The Peasant line is blocking him. Archmage drops lower and lower. There is still one more coil and a second one in a little bit of time. So if he forces like a bit more damage on that Archmage, I think he is in serious trouble. Kills both of these skeletons, gets closer and closer to level 2 already. But the DK got 2 more skeletons. 140 mana, and he will need 150 for double coil. After that, of course, he will be out of fuel. Oh, both of these skeletons are surrounded. He will get them before the worker dies. In the end, he dies to a coil, but this leaves the Archmage, or lets the Archmage breathe a little bit more easy. The relief on the Archmage side is definitely there. 240 mana, but the pressure is still on. That one skeleton is being surrounded again and attacked by the units. If he kills that one, he will go up to level 2 already. There we go, level 2 for the Archmage. We have 5 footmen in total. Arcane Tower being constructed. A lot of wood already. 360 wood. I think he is already running late on his expansion attempt. And there we go. He rings the bell, calls the militia, runs down to the natural expansion, and is now going to creep that one almost full mana. And now it is full mana on the Archmage. 330 mana that he can spend on Water Elementals. And he's not starting to do so yet. The Claws of Attack +6 is of course a great addition. The DK forces one of the militias to return back home. He's not coiling him to kill it, because he knows that he is like short on mana and he wants to steal 1 or 2 of these creeps. Gets one of the tiny trappers. The Ogre Magi is still looking pretty healthy. 20 mana points are missing on the DK for yet another coil. 2 militias are being sent to harass that one. Beautifully done there by Sock. Ogre Magi dies. Another Claws of Attack +6. That's pretty nice and neat. On the other side, that militia needs to be microed. The Fiend is doing a great job to force some more movement on the workers. He gets 2 more full HP ones. And now the natural expansion should be constructed. We see the Town Hall being used. One footman is going at this fiend. The Archmage is chasing the DK. DK is kind of low right now. The Archmage with the plus 12 damage, which is of course a nice confidence booster on his end. Fireball 1, Fireball 2, Fireball number 3. DK drops lower and lower. One fiend is taking care of the peasants here. Beautifully microed there by Happy. Doing yet again another great job here on Alcoids in the early game. Defense is being upgraded by our dear friend Sock. We have that Lich coming. No Slaughterhouse yet. And yeah, he delays the Slaughterhouse a little further to have like a super fast tier 3 tech. I think I kind of like that. Since he cannot really push right now, he will not be the one pressuring the human player. But on the other hand, like he drops kind of low on the DK, so he's also forced to buy a healing potion. If he got the Slaughterhouse a little earlier, maybe he could have had a statue by now or maybe in a minute or two to not buy that healing potion. But on the other hand, as Sock is like relieving the pressure on his opponent and just goes back to creeping, that also opens up enough time to heal up the DK with the Unholy Aura as soon as he hits tier 2, or level 2, not tier 2, excuse me. It's now going on the Gnoll Brute. Takes some damage here on his hero, needs to be careful though. Archmage is creeping that one. We need a few more workers and a shop. Archinvolt is coming. Tech is already started, and it was started like a minute ago. So tech, of course, we see still a huge tech advantage there for the undead player. But that early game from Sock was a lot better than what we have seen on Chartrock, of course. Boots of Speed being bought. No Dust of Appearance, though. That is kind of like... Usually you want to buy the dust in the night, so that you have the dust against the Borrowed Fiends. That will be there sooner or later. The Militias are trying to creep the Gnoll Brute. He's attacking himself to split the aggro from one of his units to another one, so that he's not going to die. The Archmage is driven away by Coil Nova. There's still plenty of mana to use. That Archmage needs to be damn careful if he doesn't want to die. But the Fiend is being ensnared. Also, the Archmage! The Archmage! 62 HP, barely stays alive. The Fiend could be the one dying here. The Archmage is playing with fire though. Oh, kills one Fiend, beautifully done, nice execution there. Also micros away that super low HP Footman, sends the level 2 Ward Elemental in to kill the Fiend or at least force another coil, does so. Archmage retreats, well done by Sock, but like... Sometimes I'm questioning if that's all worth it. Playing with fire, he was almost or barely able to dodge that one bullet. Of course he was waiting for the coil to use the Town Portal in time, but do you really want to spend your Town Portal for something like that? I don't know, but so far it was a great job by both of the players, a little bit better by Sock I feel. Lich is now going to creep, DK is picking up the Orb of Corruption. We see double Slaughterhouse coming. Destroyer upgrade already being researched here after the statue, or lined up. It's not researched yet. And I kind of think that we're gonna see Meat Wings coming the way of the human player. But since Sock tagged so early and he skipped on the towers for now, I think he's in a pretty good shape. He already upgrades the Masonry upgrade, the first one. It should probably be the second one already, with the Wood upgrade as well. Upgrades to tier 3, and that puts him... Like, I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but whatever. We're gonna stick with what we see here. And what we see is a tier 3 human player coming into play. If he ever achieves to get that tier 3 without being punished too hard, I think he might be in a good spot. But there's a lot of aggression coming his way now. Blacksmith just done. Mountain King is about to drop out of the altar. We see a Panther coming as a third hero. This is what Happy likes. Destroyer upgrades should be done in a second. Only one God Tower and one Arcane Tower. But on the other side we see 2 Fiends and 2 potential Destroyers. It seems like that Happy is going for that kind of like style that he made famous again, or he brought back to the table. He's just going to creep the entire side of the human player, take all the experience from him that he can possibly gather there, and then he's going to creep his own side and maybe expand at some point. While he's doing that, he's preparing the infrastructure to pump out a massive army. That Panther is almost being surrounded after the Stormbolt, but the Mountain King needs to be careful. He's still trying to get the surround, greater healing potion given over to the Panther. He's not willing to lose that one. On the other hand, Mountain King needs to be microed away. The Archmage is now the target of choice of Happy here. Panda still looking kind of healthy with that greater healing potion equipped, and the bolt will have a long traveling distance to hit that one. Is he now going for the Lich? Yes, he is, but there is still plenty of coil to use. Breath of Fire on all of the footmen. Mountain King is now about to die here against the Lich. Gives the Invo Potion to the Mountain King. Dies nonetheless. Loses all his footmen. Gives free experience to the Undead. Now the Archmage exposed. There's still quite some mana that he could use. Sanctum's coming. One gyrocopter is being built to just scout, I feel. Another one gyrocopter is already on the map. Yeah, the Archmage cannot really do anything here. Maybe he should have, like, forfeited his side of the map and tried to take the Undead side. Try to creep whatever is on the Undead side and take some creeps of his, like, side here on Echo Isles. He was already upgrading the web upgrade. We're gonna see ziggurats up to 60 supply, 2 slaughterhouses just being there for now. Yeah, and he gathers all the XP. DK is already level 3, Lich is now level 3, Panda is already level 2. These 4 towers are not enough to prevent this army from attacking and probably killing all of them. We see a few gyrocopters, now we see a second Sanctum. Oh, calling over and the Archmage dies. And this could be a very, very quick 2-0 win for Happy and making it into the grand final of GERA Cup episode 77 today. Sok doesn't seem to have the stuff that he needs to do to stay alive against a player like Happy. And now we're gonna see destroyers are being morphed, realizing in what kind of a fantastic position he finds himself after killing that Archmage, forcing a buyback there in the middle of the map. A lot of resources going down the drain with that. Paladin about to come out. We see gyrocopters already, a few, only 4 of them so far. 2 fiends, 2 destroyers, 1 statue. I think another statue is coming here. That Acolyte is idling, probably on hold. And now we're gonna see the meat wagons coming. Now we're gonna see that Happy is going to increase the pressure on his opponent. Spellbreakers are coming. Gyrocopter out of 1 workshop. Not sure if that's really enough. Another loot's coming in. Thank you very much. Gonna take a closer look at this one. Yeah, this does streamen du weißt. Vielen Dank, Leo. Thank you very much. More money for your Jorsinator. Thank you, Tobar. Thank you very much. Such a kind guy. Such a generous and kind guy. So, what else is happening? We're gonna see that he buys Healing Scroll, Invu Potion, 1 Healing Potion on the Mountain King, and 1 Healing Potion on the Paladin. Now we're gonna see the expansion coming in for Happy. And yeah, he seems to be in a fantastic position. We do not see any knights. We do not see a crazy army for the human player who is already forced to build a lot of units. Maybe you should cancel the breakers now to go below 50 supply and bank some more money before he goes for the final blow. Because he doesn't have too many bullets in his pistol any longer. He was forced to spend a lot of resources earlier than he would like to do. Panda is looking forward to use a burst of fire on all the gyrocopters. Finally, he's stealing some experience from his opponent's side of the map. And yeah, more and more statues are coming. Seems like that he cancelled the meat wagons, and he's now heavily relying on statues and destroyers. That Mountain King. There's a Staff of Sanctuary that he can use to save that one, but I think the next target would be the Paladin then. That Archmage is being focused. Panda is already level 3. DK is now the target here with all the breakers. That is a beautiful target. Archmage needs to be careful. There you go. Down the drain. Goodbye. Falling off the horse. And yeah, Happy is just way too good at this point, I have to say. He is playing a phenomenal game of Warcraft. Healing Scroll being used on the Archmage to keep him alive for now. The breakers are not doing the same amount of damage as they did when they were upgraded 3-2. The Paladin is about to die there. Needs to staff him out. Staffs him out in the very last second. Really well done. Breath of Fire kills a bunch of the gyrocopters. 1 destroyer dies. Mountain King needs to get out of there, as well as the Archmage. Both of the heroes dropping super low. Destroyers are fighting against a bunch of gyrocopters. The Panda doesn't have any more mana to kill more gyros with the Breath of Fire, but since the web is into play already, he just fungals a few of them and kills them one by one. Expansion is now being constructed and almost fully done. And there are the 2 meat wagons. He was scared for some tank play. 800 gold, 51 supply, the golden number that you never want to see. on your supply. Oh, Archmage dies yet again. Third time. That guy is falling from the horse. Happy is so on point with everything that he does that Sock doesn't really know how to respond to it. Finds himself in a desperate situation, even locks his paladin in. This is basically the kind of scenario that he finds himself in right now. He's being trapped within Happy, and Happy is just doing whatever he wants to do with him. It's like he's so fast and he's so flawless in his execution. It's really scary to see. Plus 29 damage on the Lich. That sounds kind of legit. 2 claws plus 9, a claw plus 6, and a claw and the Orb of Corruption that gives you plus 5 damage. But yeah, his execution is so flawless. I think that's pretty much one of the best executions, micro-wise, that I have seen ever in Warcraft. Like, truly ever. A guy that was not willing to play the qualifier because he was not allowed to stream his own games. It's just like winning games everywhere. Yesterday I also saw a game when he was streaming, I feel, where he was able to win against Moon like 2 or 3 times in a row in ladder, which is basically just ladder. But a Korean that has a better ping than a Russian on the NetEase server, and an under player that is able to take out a Night Elf player. That convincingly. We have triple Avery waiting for production purposes in the main base, so we're gonna see a change in strategies from the human player. Probably Mass Griffins is now setting up a few more towers at his expansion to fortify his stand. Invo Potion on the Lich, Invo Potion on the DK, as well as the Town Portal. Panda buys the Invo Potion as well. Happy's shop control is magnificent, and there's not too much to say about this game other than Happy is in a fantastic shape of his life, Warcraft wise, and he's hopefully living the life worth mentioning. Breath of Fire and Nova. Coil is coming around the floor. Nova is hitting him. Couldn't even see it coming because he was positioning himself super close to the forest to do that Nova trick. There's absolutely zero chance that Sock is winning that game. Now morphing the destroyers there from Happy. He's flying in with the red destroyers. All the mana in the world. Breath of Fire hits all of the towers. Beautifully executed there. Destroyers going havoc on the guard towers. All of them are dwindling. GG, good luck in the final from Sock, realizing that he has found his master today. And we're gonna see Happy in the final soon against one of the Night Elf players coming from the lower, or not the lower bracket. It's actually not the lower bracket. It is the lower semi-final, or the second semi-final of the day. I'm not sure about the score there, but I'm gonna take a look at it. Let me see. Let me see. There you go, guys. There you can see it. Happy against Sonic. Sonic was able to take out Ruden 2-0, so we have Undead against Night Elf in the grand final. A best of 5 between the guy that we have just seen. And that, like, seriously, we haven't seen too many games today, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more high-level play coming out of Happy today. Because that was just... that was really, really scary. That was really, really scary. So the amazing one, Pointer Sonic, against the guy that just plays some beautiful Warcraft.